All right, here we go. Karl Williams, Justin Tafa, UFC Vegas 89. Herb Dean reffing the fight. And both these fighters look like they're capable of winning. To me, Karl Williams' shoulders got much bigger since the last fight, but we know what Justin Tafa is capable of. Karl Williams 9-1, Tafa 7-3. They touch gloves and we're on. Heavyweight division's interesting right now. You know, John Jones holding on to that belt. Tom Aspinall wants to fight. And then you got a bunch of other guys, basically. Right. Oh, jeez. Both guys trading. A lot of power in the octagon right now. And a nice leg kick to the body by Tafa. And we just saw Brother Junior Tafa a couple weeks ago. He fell pretty easily and pretty quickly, but Justin Tafa is a different animal. Oh, big left. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Karl Williams takes a left, another left. Oh, and a knee. And here comes a takedown. Okay. And this is what I hope for, because Tafa doubles him up on the feet. Okay. And what we banked on in the prediction is the takedown game. And just when Karl Williams got in trouble, right to the takedown. And this goes back to the Contender Series. He's had a takedown in every fight. So, he'll stand up and test it, but at the end of the day, he's going to take this to the ground if he can. And Tafa had really good takedown defense, if I'm not mistaken, like 80%, maybe 85%. That wasn't a problem for Karl Williams. Tafa's got the half guard. He rolls over to his right side. So he's making the right moves right now to try to get out of this. He's got to work his way up. But Karl Williams now with an elbow. 2 minutes gone in the first round. It seems like 4. Okay, and Tafa works his way up. But this is Karl Williams all day. He's got the head on the hip. He's not going to give up on this, and he does take Tafa back down. All right. All right. Let's go, Williams. Ultimate equalizer, the ground game. Tafa doing a good job of trying to stand up, but Karl Williams just all over him. If it wasn't for the fence, he would have taken the back already. And you got Tafa on all fours trying to shake him off, but it's not going to happen. Tafa needs to go to work here. He needs to get out of this and get some separation. That's going to be the hard part. Both guys standing up now. You got Karl Williams leaning on him, looking to take him back down, and he does. Takes him straight down. And man, Williams is a strong guy to be picking up Tafa like that. Tafa gets back to his feet, leaning up against the fence. So Tafa is continually working to get back to his feet. That's a good sign for him. Okay, now he positions himself with his back against the fence. Karl Williams got the head on the hip again, which means he's going to be looking for the single leg. Now he's got the right leg. His left. Karl Williams takes him down again. So now we're looking at 4 takedowns for Karl Williams, who's been impressive with these takedowns and control time. He's not doing much with it, but he's still up 9-7 in significant strikes, 8-6 in head strikes, but 307 of control on 4 takedowns. But when a leg kick from Tafa's back, Herb Dean says keep fighting. It wasn't a big one, and the reason that's a problem is because he's a grounded opponent. Matter of fact, I just heard Joe Rogan talking about this rule. And it's like from your back, you might try to land a kick on an opponent, but you got to be careful because they're grounded too, which is crazy because you're the one on your back. Boy, and Karl Williams pounding away now. Leaning Tafa against the fence, just pounding away with the left. He knows the clock's getting low, and Herb Dean get ready to step in. Final 3 seconds. And that'll do it. All right. So here we go. And we get a second round tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So at least one fight goes to the second round. Karl Williams looking decent so far, 12-7 in significant strikes, 10-6 in head strikes, 4 minutes of control time on 4 takedowns. So that's where it's at. Job well done for Karl Williams. Now he just got to hold on. But Tafa's got the power, especially at the start of these rounds, the first minute, to try to do something. But once Karl Williams gets into the body, not letting go. So on one end, I feel good about Karl Williams. I feel good about his ability to win this fight, via the control game, the takedown game. But you still got to worry about Tafa's KO power. Always got to worry about it. And I know you heard this during the break. Some big weeks ahead in the UFC leading up to UFC 300. We got Atlantic City next week. 2 of the baddest women's flyweight fighters on the planet. Blanchfield and Fiora. Oh my goodness. And we still got a big flyweight fight coming up tonight. After this. Round 2, co-main event. Karl Williams, Justin Tafa. Just getting started. And a lot of prospects right now in the heavyweight division. I'm interested in Karl Williams right now, especially if you can get the win over Justin Tafa. It's kind of like, if you look at Justin Tafa right now, he's not, this is going to be a big deal for him, right? 8-3 versus 7-4. But he's kind of like a stepping stone to the next level of the heavyweight division. So if you're Karl Williams, you got to get past him. You got to win this fight. First 50 seconds gone, not much action. Tafa not as aggressive now as he's seen the takedown game from Karl Williams. So he's going to be more patient and try to really find that shot. And Williams lands a left and a right. But you better be careful. Better be careful with Tafa. I'm telling you, man. 3:40 left in round 2. A lot of time on the feet. Tafa looks way too patient for me right now. Oh, there it is. There's a left. Karl Williams takes it and gets out of there. But he can't take too many of those. A lot of strategy right now. And here we go. Karl Williams gets a single leg. Drives Tafa back into the fence. Tafa shoves him off. And lands a left. Okay. And if Tafa can defend takedowns from this point forward, this fight is going to flip. Karl Williams won round 1 with, 4 takedowns, 4 minutes of control time. Big left by... Oh, my goodness. Oh, and Tafa messed up. Landed a right. A nice right. Then tried to land a leg kick. It got caught. And right to the ground. And here's where Williams has to go to work now. And there it is. Big right, big left. Okay. But Tafa doing a good job of not allowing Williams to posture up. He does now. Tafa takes 2 lefts. And Williams trying to go to work. And it's just got to be tough if you're Tafa, because Williams has his knees planted in the ground. Tafa's got a half guard, but Williams off to his right side, just pounding away with the free left. And now he's posturing up. Tafa takes a left and a right. And it's not anything it's going to end the fight, but it's just over time. Those get worse and worse. You just don't want to take those for too long. Now Tafa's got to be careful right here because Karl Williams is looking to take the back. Tafa doing a good job of turning into him. But it's Williams who's being patient now because he's in the area of the fight that he wants to be, right? Now he straightens out the left of Tafa, lands a right. And Williams near 5 minutes of ground control time. And that doesn't always mean much, but in this case, he's up 22-13 in significant strikes, 74-14 in total strikes. And now he's looking at a submission attempt here. Oh boy, Tafa's in trouble. Tafa's in trouble. Tafa gets out of it. Nice. 40 seconds left in the round. And it was Williams trying to set up the triangle, almost had it. It looked like he had it. Oh, now Williams really opening up here, just like the last round. He's starting to see the clock trickle down. It's now at 20 seconds. He's going to want to leave a statement at the end of the round and just continue to pile up punches on Justin Tafa. And yeah, that's going to be the bell. And Tafa takes 2 more lefts on the way out. So, it's got to be very aggravating for Tafa. It's taking him out of his fight. It's 87-22 in significant strikes, or total strikes. 23-14, a lot closer in significant strikes. So what you're seeing is Karl Williams is landing a lot more strikes, but they're not, big punches, right? You don't see that too often. He's got 87 total strikes and 23 significant strikes. 16 of those are head strikes, 6 body, 1 leg, 643 of control on 5 takedowns. I mean, we're about to go to a second hand. This guy is ridiculous on the takedown game. But at least this round, if you're Tafa, you made it more than half the round. He made it probably through 3 minutes before the takedown happened. And I don't know how Karl Williams is going to stack up against some of the better guys. I don't see him beating a Curtis Blades. I don't see him beating guys that are up there on the ladder like that. But he should beat Justin Tafa here. That's what I'm thinking. He might even win the next fight. But when he creeps up into that top 10 of the division, that's when it will be interesting to see if he can still continue to land takedowns, isolate his opponents on the ground. There's going to be someone that packs a punch that's going to slow down Karl Williams. And Williams opens up with a left and then steps back. And how much did that ground and pound, wear on Tafa? Not much. Oh, lands a big right. Karl Williams a little bit of trouble. He goes in for the takedown, holding on to that leg. He can't get it. And now on the way up, Karl Williams takes a left and a right, and this is what he's got to stay away from, and he does. So Karl Williams able to at least drive Tafa back into the fence. But this time Tafa's trying to do everything he can to try to finish the fight before the inevitable happens. And he almost did. But Karl Williams grabs the left leg or the right leg and takes him down. An unbelievable ability for Karl Williams to go right to the takedown and have the ability to get the takedown when he finds himself in trouble on the feet. Yeah. Karl Williams having a tough time navigating Justin Tafa. He just knows one thing. I don't want this guy to get up. And now he's working to try to pull him from the fence. But it's proven not to be that easy. Herb Dean telling him to work. And it looks like there's no work happening because Karl Williams, you got Justin Tafa like with his back up against the fence. And you got Karl Williams trying to drag him out, but he's so heavy that he can't move him. It's like Justin Tafa's like a rock, a big rock. So Herb Dean getting antsy, but this is important for Karl Williams here to be able to keep this fight on the ground. He's got to do just enough so that Herb Dean does not separate him, because that would not be good for him. Halfway through round 3. And after that flurry, it's 27-25 Williams in significant strikes, but 21-20 Tafa in head strikes. And that's only counting the significant ones. Karl Williams landed a lot more, but they're more like taps. Tap, tap. Takedown. A knee here. A punch to the body, to the face here and there. But not many that are significant. Final 2 minutes of this fight. And it's like Justin Tafa is just... He looks frustrated, like Karl Williams isn't doing enough, but he also cannot get out of it. And Karl Williams wants to make sure he doesn't get out of it, which is a great... That's the exact strategy I say Karl Williams had to use to win this fight. I was just a little nervous that he could pull it off. And with 1:20 left, he's about to do it. But Tafa now really working to try to get out of here. And if he does, with 1 minute left, it's going to get real interesting. Oh boy. And he gets out. 1:09 left. And now if you're Karl Williams, I go right back in for the takedown. Don't play on the feet. There it is. Yep, Tafa's frustrated. 55 seconds left. Karl Williams starting to get a little tired. Taking a deep breath and backing off. He goes in for the single leg. And man, it's just amazing. Tafa can't do anything about it as Karl Williams takes him down once again. Final 40. And we'll see how the judges feel about this one, but this one's overwhelming. 7 takedowns, 10 minutes of control time. More than 2 rounds out of 3. Nearly. In ground control time, too. Ooh. And a nice hammer right there as Karl Williams going to open up. Every round he's finishing strong from the top position. And that tells me that he's about to get a dominant victory. And we're about to be 6-6. Going into the main event, which ain't great, but, you know. 7-6 is a lot better than 6-7. And we'll await the result. But to me, Karl Williams came in and did exactly what he had to do to get the victory. Avoid the KO. Go to the ground game. And like I'd like to say in football, the ground game is like running the football. We got the lead and we're going to run the clock out. We're just going to keep running the football, running the clock. That's what Karl Williams did. 120-36 in total strikes. No control time for Justin Tafa. I mean, 0. 7 takedowns for Karl Williams. Yeah, just a matter of time till we make this official. I hesitate to put a W next to Karl Williams' name yet, though, either. I don't want to jinx it. I'm keeping the hands free. I'm not changing anything until we know that Karl Williams won. It's been a weird year, too. We go 2 weeks in a row with like 6-6, 7-6, 6-7, whatever, and then bam, we got like a 10-3 and 11-2 a few weeks back. So you just never know. Here we go, both fighters together. Co-main event's going to be a wrap here in a second. 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. That's going to be Karl Williams. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll take that all day. Karl Williams walks away with the victory. He's going to be 10-1. That's a big performance in a win versus Justin Tafa, heavyweight division, UFC Vegas 89. So that's the way it goes.